Hello Year 8s. This video will show you how to create a basic Weebly website for your first project on urbanization. Now, I won't be creating a website specifically for urbanization in this screencast. What I'm going to be doing is just showing you some of the basic skills you'll need to carry out this task, and talking a bit about the program itself, as well as a tiny bit about websites and website design. So first of all, Weebly, I'm teaching on the Weebly website, but if you've used other website creation tools before, that's fine. You can use another website for this. I just won't be able to support you as well while you are actually working on it, because I know Weebly better than the other sites. I also think Weebly does allow you to do anything you could want to do and gives you a very basic template to do it with. So first of all, when you're creating a website, a Weebly website, you have to sign up, and it's very easy. I've already signed up, so I can't sign up again, but you just put in your full name. So I would put in Mark Wismer, my email address, and wismer@ggs.vic.edu.au. Whoops. And I would enter a password for it. Now, because I've already logged in once under this, I instead go to login. If you continue to sign up, it signs you up quickly, and the first thing it'll ask you for is what type of website you are creating. After you've logged in, or after you've created it once, you will go directly to the login page, which I'm going to do now. Now, you can have it remember you. I don't use this one very often. I use a different email address, so I'm not going to remember me. But if you click on remember me, it will allow you to easily access it every time. Now, that being said, you should make note of your password somewhere, so you don't come to me later and say, Mr. Wismer, or to Mrs. Shepherd saying, Mrs. Shepherd, I forgot my password. Now, that being said, if you do forget your password, you can also use a password reset, which will allow you to access it. So here we go. Logging in. So I have not created a site in here yet, and it'll prompt you to do everything you want to do. I'm going to create an education website, submit, and I'm going to edit this. Now, you want to create a website, so I'm going to choose the site. I'm not blogging on this, I'm not creating an online store, I'm creating a website. So I click on the website. I click on the website, and off we go. We're into the basic startup screen for Weebly. Now, the first thing you'll have to do is you'll have to choose an address, a URL, which will show up in the URL address bar at the top of your screen. So you want to choose something that is professional and that represents what you're doing. I would choose something like Mr. Wismer Urbanization. And then I would hit continue. I see that it's available. No one else has taken this. I hit continue. Now, first things first, you have to choose your basic template for the site. Now, when you're thinking about any good website, there are some key things that you need to think about. You need to think about making it easy to navigate, easy to find your way around. You need to make it visually pleasing and something that connects in visual to the actual content of the website. And you have to get rid of all of that unneeded stuff that you might have. So, for instance, if I look at my school back home in Canada, it's a basic website front page. This is the home page. Now, you don't need to be scrolling through pictures. You can choose one basic picture, all these pictures link to our school. As far as navigation goes, you can press any of these buttons and you'll find out a specific part about Brentwood. In your project, you'll be having buttons or tabs you can click that will take you to different parts of your project. But again, this is a fairly simple website. Visually appealing, basic tabs across the top, and some key text and images on each page. Back to Weebly. In Weebly, how would I change my design? Well, I go into this top menu bar. For major changes about the site, you always access these top menu settings. So to change my design, I would click on Design. And on the side here, a new drop-down bar would come. If I want to change themes, I click here. It has all sorts of themes I can change to. Now, change to something that is basic. Don't do anything too out of the ordinary. You can sort, you can play around in here. Now, to go back to designs, I go back. I can change my color scheme. So I could change to an orange color scheme. I can change to a red color scheme, to a pink color scheme, etc. There's all sorts of ways you can change it. I won't go through all of it, but you can do whatever you want. Now, I'm just going to go back to the original theme. We're going to use this theme. Now, across the top, I already have built-in buttons in this theme. I have a home button, an about button, and a contact button. Now I won't want to necessarily keep those buttons or those sub-pages within my web page to change those different sub-pages. So if I click on this, I go to a different page. If I click on this, I go to a different page. Right now they're all looking the same, but they're different sub-pages. If I go into the Page tab on the top and click it, I can change all of these pages. I can move them around. I can add more pages. So maybe I don't want an about. I want a page called Cats. And then I've edited, so I have to save. And you can see that on my home page, the tab is now turned to Cats. If I go back to Pages, I can add a page. I'll add a standard page. I'll call it the Dog page. Save and edit. And all of a sudden a dog page comes up. Again, within this, I can continue to change it. I can make it so that the buttons go to different places. I can save and go back. And you can see that the buttons have changed. All of these things are fairly basic. Now, sorry about that. Now, if I want to change the pages themselves, I need to start to use this toolbar on the left, which is a basic drag and drop. So if I wanted to put text into my dog page, because I'm on the dog page, I would simply grab one of these icons, drag the element onto the page, and text would load. I click here to edit the text, and I could type anything I want. I could then put in a new element. Maybe I want to put in an image. I bring it in, I drop this image, I click on that thing, and I can find my images. So I can upload a photo from my computer, I can choose an image from the internet. There's all sorts of options. It is a very, very basic drag and drop program. So maybe I want to search my computer, upload from my computer. I'm going to choose pictures, Maybe choose a Ballarat photo, Cormac and Stella, open my file, and eventually, bang, a photo shows up. Now there's all sorts of ways you can put in different things. Galleries means more than one photo. A slideshow is exactly what it means. It goes through as a slideshow. Any of these boxes that don't have the little star in the top corner, you can drag over and put in, including YouTube clips, including documents. So all of them can be dragged and dropped onto it. The stars, to use these ones, you need to actually have an upgraded version that you pay for, so you don't want to use that. Now, the other things you can do are you can obviously change titles. You don't want to keep it as my site. Maybe I want to call it the urbanization site. I can change banner headlines. So maybe I want to call this cities in the future. I just click and change, click and change, click and change. It constantly changes and updates itself. Now the key thing here though is that you have to publish your site. So I'm going to click publish eventually, and it says it gives you these different options. Use a subdomain of Weebly, register a new domain, or connected domain already known. Use the subdomain of Weebly because that is free. So it's already been told to you that it's available early on. Hit continue, and it's going to ask you if it can publish a site. I can see that that says 203. Here I am. Okay, publish my site. Now you are published under the name Mr. Wismer's urbanization.weebly.com. This is the link you have to send to your teacher. Now, once I've published, this means that it is live on the web. I can then access it from that site. To update it, to update that site from this editing page, I have to make sure I continue to press the publishing button. It does not just update itself without pressing that publishing button. Now, there are just a couple more features I want to show you. One is changing this banner. Obviously, you want to find a picture that fits the banner. I'm going to click on Edit Image. I can choose from a selection that they've provided me, but more than likely I'm going to want to choose something else. For this, since it's a cityscape, well, here we go. Maybe I want to choose this as my background. It goes in. I hit select. Now, I can't quite see the city, so I want to reposition it within this banner so I can see the whole city. This is Chicago. I can tell because it has what used to be called the Sears Tower in it. Now, a couple questions. Can you see this cities in the future very well? Not very well. So you might have to eventually change that as well. But I do like this image. So I'm going to hit change. Oops. I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to hit save to all pages. So now if I click back to home, this is the banner at my home page as well. But you can see that not everything else is the same. So you can play around with this. There's all sorts of ways that you can play around with this and change this. You could now go and hit design and totally change it to a new theme. But the only problem with that, once you've started and once you fit things in, if you change your theme, it's going to have a huge effect on the stuff you've already set up. So here's my suggestion. Pick a theme you like and work with it from start to finish. Make sure it looks good. Make sure you can navigate around it, and please, please, please explore the website, explore its functionality, and have fun with it. Thank you.